Hi guys, today is going to be somewhat of an educational video, more informative, talking about the kind of foundational teachings of law of assumption. I don't know the exact moment that this concept and everything was formulated and, you know, the term law of assumption was founded, but I'm pretty sure Neville Goddard was one of the first teachers, kind of the founding teachers of these practices. And of course this obviously always existed, but he, I think, was one of the first people to talk about it, and it's going to be all about him. I think everyone who gets into law of assumption and learns about it knows who Neville Goddard is. So I'm going to talk through his quotes, my understanding and perception of them, giving you guys a better overview of them, and of course to yourself you'll get your own understanding and perspective on, you know, what he said. And yeah, they're all pretty straightforward when you think about it and when I read through them. So I think this will be a really easy concept for you guys to build upon with your own understanding. So if this sounds interesting, then please do thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all my upcoming manifestation content. You can also work with me more closely and engage one-on-one if you would like extra help through email or DM coaching, and everything will be on screen, in my outro, in the description box. There's links and, you know, information everywhere, so take a screenshot or, you know, write it down if you'd like to reach out to me so you can work with me one-on-one. I have pretty much only positive feedback, luckily, so you can see for yourself on the reviews from my Instagram page, on the coaching page. And yeah, you can also become a member of the channel. You'll also get a little more engagement from me through that, extra content, some little bonus things here and there. So it's only £2.99 a month, very, very inexpensive, like half the price of a monthly subscription service, but you will be able to expand your mindset and manifest in your life. So it's definitely good value to invest in that if you would like to. So now we can start the video. I have had a lot of requests from you guys actually about Neville Goddard content, asking questions about him, and yeah, I think today will maybe help answer some of that. So I think this will be a popular topic to discuss. So I think it was a good idea, and it's basically inspired by your suggestions, so thank you very much. So I will be reading off my phone, of course, because like I said, I have quotes, I haven't memorized them. So the first one is, your subconscious impressions determine the conditions of your world. The subconscious is not selective, it is impersonal and no respecter of persons. So again, this talks about the foundation of how manifestation works. It goes into your subconscious mind, and there is no objective truth, and whatever information is held by your subconscious mind is what determines the factors of your life. As Neville said, it determines, you know, the conditions and basically the quality of life that you're living, the, you know, quality of your relationships. It's all determined by your mindset, which feeds into your subconscious beliefs. And also in terms of him saying it's impersonal and not selective, again, that ties into there's no logic in your subconscious mind. It just accepts beliefs. So, you know, that's why some people might be called delusional, or typically what we think is someone who lives with these like delusions of grandeur and self-importance, where people might go around having this like unfounded confidence, but really it's the subconscious mind manifesting externally in their behavior and the way they speak, and they're seen as confident. They feel confident because they've just taught themselves to feel amazing about themselves, right? So even in general society, there's this thing of being delusional, but however you see yourself and other people, it all reflects outwards. So if you see yourself as really confident and successful and amazing and everyone loves you, then that's what has to be reflected back, and people have to see that in you as well. And he also says here it's impersonal and no respecter of persons. Again, it's just objective, like subconsciously whatever information is taken in then becomes objective in your reality as long as you hold that belief. So, you know, if you assume that your SP is in love with you, there is no, you know, there's no person that can impact it. There's no, you know, personal matters that can change it. If you hold that belief in your subconscious mind, your SP has to be in love with you, has to reflect that in their words and behavior. So there's nothing outside of you that can change that, basically. The next quote is, whatever the mind of man can conceive and feel as true, the subconscious can and must objectify, tying into, again, the, you know, first quote that I just read to you guys. So basically whatever you can think of and imagine It already exists, by the way, and therefore it becomes true. If you think it and imagine it and really internally experience it as true, and you know, whatever it is, your career, your SP, your appearance, if you think of those things as true and keep thinking from that mindset repetitively, I'm obviously adding on, you know, my own advice of how to practice this, but building on from Neville's quotes, you know, if you feel that to be the truth, then the subconscious mind has no choice but to make it your reality, make it, you know, project out into the 3D world. So the next quote is, stop trying to change the world since it is only the mirror. Again, you're not, so this ties into my understanding of not taking action, not forcing it. It's not like a normal goal in life where someone might say, well, I want to become, you know, a manager at this company or whatever it may be. And so this is what I have to do. I have to book in a meeting. I have to do this. I have to work late. I have to, you know, build myself up to be this desirable employee. That's like, you know, the typical, normal, logical, intellectual actions that we would take. But with manifestation, you don't go out and change the world. You don't try and change people's opinions. You don't try and force yourself and make this physical effort to make yourself seem a certain way, to make your SP love you, to wear a red dress because then you think you'll get asked out on a date, or, you know, that you have to have a conversation with this person to get this result. Manifestation is not you going out and trying to change the world. It is already the mirror reflection. So if you don't like what you're seeing, if you don't like how people are treating you, you go in internally, you say, okay, so these people are, you know, being rude to me, so I need to change my perception of them, of our relationship, of how I see myself treated. I'm always treated with value and respect. I'm treated with priority. I'm treated like a queen, like a king. You'd go in and change whatever assumption ties into that. So you're not going out to change the world or force other people to see things differently, you know, text people because that's the only way to make it happen. It's not. You do it internally. You change the way you think about it, and then the world, you know, your physical reality is going to mirror back to you that new belief and assumption. So you basically don't need to worry about whatever someone else is doing, whatever other people in the world are doing. In your reality, I mean, not every, you know, not, you know, what is it, 7-8 billion people. You're not changing that. You're changing your own internal thinking and mindset and approach to things. So you don't need to worry about how anyone else is behaving. You just need to worry about how you're thinking. The next quote is, you rise to a higher level of consciousness by taking your attention away from your present limitations and placing it upon that which you desire to be. So this is a lot to break down. So let me read over it point by point. You rise to a higher level of consciousness by taking your attention away from present limitations. So you're going to reach a new level of mindset. And I guess he also talks about, you know, spirituality, but just in a general, you know, step-by-step, easy manifestation approach, you reach that higher mindset, the new positive mindset of thinking confidently, not doubting yourself, not wavering, not accepting the old version of reality anymore, by shifting your focus from the negative path to the positive path. So instead of thinking, these are all the blocks and limitations in my way right now, you know, presently these are the issues I'm facing, you know, I'm not going to get the job, I'm not going to get in this relationship because XYZ. You take your attention away from that, and what else does it say? And placing it upon that which you desire to be. So you desire to be in a relationship, have this job, have this money, feel confident and happy, you know, whatever it is. So you put your attention on that, and not so much, my advice would be, you know, not so much just, I want to be happy, I want to be skinny, I want to be in this relationship. You think more, I want, you know, not I want, you think more, I am this, I am in this relationship. Oh, how great is it visualizing me having this thing, having this experience that I want to manifest. So you already think from it, from the perspective of having it. So it's, yeah, I mean, I'm sure, you know, Neville expands on this, but I just don't want you guys to take that understanding away that, you know, you just think it. You have to already imagine having it. It's not just, well, that's my desire, that's what I want. Well, what's going to reflect back to you is that you don't have it because it is your desire. It's not your reality, it's your desire. So there is a fine line between the two. So yeah, you just shift away from those present limitations and put your focus on already having it, being that which you desire to be. Final quote to finish up this video. To be conscious of being poor while praying for riches is to be rewarded with that which you are conscious of being, namely poverty. So this type obviously can be, you know, you can interchange the word poor riches for, you know, single, married, whatever it is. So yeah, to be aware and think of being in the state of not having money, for example, as, you know, Neville said in this example, or struggling financially, and you know, whilst also praying for riches. So also, you know, praying to God, for example, and also manifesting. So repeating affirmations of having money, but then being aware of and thinking, oh, I'm financially struggling, you know, whatever it may be. You have to start thinking, I'm rich, I have so much money, I'm so grateful for my financial abundance, because then you're going to be rewarded with whatever you're conscious of being. So whatever you're focused on, repeating to yourself that you are, in this case, you know, not having the money, then that's what's going to keep playing out and go into this cycle. So you want to start telling yourself and being aware of having the desire as if it's already here mentally. So mentally, you visualize, you say to yourself, you speak to yourself as if you have the money, the desire, the manifestation. So you don't focus on the lack, because then the lack will just present itself more. So that is, you know, a summary of his quotes. Those are some of my favorite ones that really delve into the foundations of law of assumption, and I think were pretty easy to understand. I hope you guys liked and appreciate the concept. If you'd like me to do more, I do actually have a book by Florence Scovel. Shinn. So if you would like me to do more of these kind of videos where I read out quotes, analyze people's works, talk about my understanding of law of assumption, everything, I'd also love to do Dr. Joe Dispenza or quantum physics in the near future. So if that kind of thing sounds interesting, let me know, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback, and don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you next time.